How's it going, everyone? Parth with Atlanta JDM here to show off another one of our imports. Today we're sitting in a 1994 Toyota Rav4 L, if I'm not mistaken. This is a two-door model. They're a little harder to find than the four-door models. We did have these over here in the States as well. You might see some riding around the road on the interstate here and there, but I promise you they're not going to be in the condition with the miles that this one has, and we'll go over that in the walk around. Just going to do some quick driving though. One thing, I feel like there's a suspension, something right here is kind of rattling. I need to get that checked out up in the front driver's side wheel well. Good thing about this car is they did have, or the RAV4s that were offered here do cross over to this car, so getting parts is pretty easy. Maintaining these is not a problem whatsoever. There's a couple of things you might have to special order, but nothing serious. AC is also blowing just a little weak. I'm going to top it off with some Freon. I believe this has already been converted to R134, so that shouldn't be an issue. If you can't tell, the windshield is dirty. I'm going to be honest with you, I haven't cleaned this car since the last car show, so I'm about to go clean it real fast and then do the walk around. Similar to the CRV videos, I don't really do a lot of driving in them because it's not very eventful. You know, car runs great. I know that. That's why I bought it. My guy serviced it. It's, you know, good to go, key turn ready, aside from a few things, but they're not very fun to drive video wise. You're just kind of just cruising. Like right now we're just going a little under 60. I did get two RAV4s of the same color, and this one is the one that doesn't have paint fade, but it comes with a bunch of weird, cool Toyota things I didn't even know existed. It shifts out good though. It is an automatic, if you haven't been able to tell by now. So I accidentally left my stabilizer in the step wagon after doing that video, so I'm going to do my best to hopefully not make this shaky, but we'll start off by doing one quick lap. Now I did say I did have two RAV4s come in, both of the same color. One had some paint fade. This one is obviously not the paint faded one. This one internally and externally just looks really good. Like when we do all the cosmetic blemishes, there's really only one, and it's not really a cosmetic blemish, but the rest of the car looks great. Still a little wet from getting it cleaned, but I like that blue too. I don't know, one of my favorite colors. But you can see this is really the only bad thing on the car. Like I mean, I'd have to really walk around. I mean, maybe these little indentions on the bumper. I can't find anything. The top's in good condition. Yeah, so I mean, I'm doing another lap. I literally can't find. There we go. Little scrape right there. A couple little scratches, like little itty bitty scratches. That's dirt. Oh, there we go. All right, here we go. A little bit of paint correction right there. So there is something wrong with it after all. But really the big thing is, I don't know if you can tell. Let's see if I can zoom in so you can see on this side. Nice, good, even. This side, a little open. Going up to the front a little bit. It's a little off. So obviously everyone knows in Japan that they do auction reports and blah blah blah. That's the first thing everyone asks me, do you have the auction report for this? Once you've seen them do the auction reports in Japan, it's kind of a joke. You kind of just, okay, they are looking at the car, but they're not getting in and looking at the nitty gritty like that. So most of the time the auction report for me honestly is kind of just like whatever, because I have people to look at the car. when it says R, like a good percentage of the time it means it's been in an accident. It shows something in the accident history. And that could be something as small as a little impact like this. That could be something as big as totaling the car. From what I remember, this was not an R. I believe this was a 3.5. I could be mistaken. So that means even if it was in an accident, the owner must have not reported it and it didn't show up because they never fixed it. Because again, if you look at it, it's really, you know, it is a little off and it could be smushed in a little more, but it's not the end of the world. And that is kind of the only cosmetic big defect on the car, is that, because the inside looks pristine. It looks brand new, like no one even drove in it. The other difference between the other RAV4, aside from the paint fade, is this one does have dual pop-up little sunroofs, which is pretty cool. It's got these cool little antennas, which I'm not sure if that's a Toyota thing anymore, because once I show you the radio unit, it might be a Toyota thing. I have no idea. Because in Japan, when you're driving, you can watch TV. You can, you know, watch whatever you want while you're driving, and I'll show you what I mean in just a second. One of the MR2s we had a little screen for the radio, and it streamed TV when me and Flavian were driving around the last time I was in Japan. So it's just a little different over there as opposed to here. It does have this, I think, Wakefield. I looked it up. It's some gift shop. I don't know. Cool old school Toyota decals. The other one has different ones. It is a RAV4 L. Spare tire on the back. It does have a pretty cool little Toyota RAV4 step bar in the back as well. That's something the other RAV4 doesn't have. And this one doesn't have the front. Oh no. Yeah, it doesn't have the front bull bar. The other one does have a front bar. So that's the outside. Again, I'll pop the roofs up in a second, show you how far they go up. Like I said, the inside is going to be really quick. Aside from just a little bit of dirt from me getting in and out of it, the inside is really, really clean. That's the top for a RC truck that we sell at the car shows. Little cup holders on each side. That's pretty cool. Automatic. No smoking. It has indeed not been smoked in. And let's see, we're at 76,350 kilometers. That was like 47,000 miles or something like that. Like I said, the AC is blowing just a little bit weak. I'm gonna see. I'm pretty sure it's already been converted. If it has, I can just fill that in. Some Freon. Got some manuals. Now the coolest thing is this Toyota 1DIN TV 4-inch LCD. TV VTR sound channel. So I mean, it literally has a TV built into it from Toyota, which is pretty awesome. That's the Toyota radio factory. And the only other two bad things, which kind of don't like, it just has, you know, I'm not an electrician. I don't know how to work on these little gadgets. I'm sure someone knows and can work on it, but this thing won't pop up and open up. Like, it pops up automatically and closes, pops up automatically, closes. But when I was able to flip the screen up, it does show that it's trying to pick up the frequency. It shows channel 3, 4, 5. It just is not getting it because it's just not picking it up here. And the other thing I forgot to mention is I'm not sure if it's this key. I'm going to try and go get it remade. I think it has something to do with the ignition, but sometimes when you're trying to get it out, you got to kind of just finesse it a little bit. It takes a second. And the reason being is you only have two and you don't want to break it in there. So you just got to, we'll put it in accessory for now, and I'll try to get this thing to cooperate. Now it's supposed to go up a little more, I believe. Well, yeah, it's supposed to go out a little more, and then it's supposed to pop up. See, It's picking up. So it's picking it up. I don't know if you can see the channel. Let's see if I can see. So it's trying to pick up something. So it's not a useless piece of, you know, it does fall back and then goes back in. So that's just, I mean, hey, it works. You just gotta finesse it a little bit. And if I were to do it, I know I would just mess it up. Cup holder right here, cup holder right here. Went over the miles. I guess we'll turn it on, pop the hood. Again, this one's just really, really clean, aside from this little boo-boo right there. All right. Engine bay looks as clean as the inside, a little dusty. I don't clean engine bays because no one knows how to do it properly. That's including myself. This one does have a 3S FE, so that's another pretty popular engine for Toyotas. Let's try this again. Trying to get it back into focus. I don't know why it's not cooperating. Hate technology sometimes. And I did promise I would pop up the roofs. Oh God. Oh, I'm an idiot. There's a button there. We'll pop up roofs. And then again, you can make little bunny ears with these things on both sides. And that is going to be it for this one. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Until then, I'll see y'all next time. Thanks.